Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 72 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Desmond Ridder, 35 yards. And the Lions have moved out in front. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Steps away to his left. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. Finding room at midfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time on a catch and run. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs. 1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. It's a close game here early on. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First down carry for Henry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Mahomes. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now here's Mahomes. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Barkley, inside handoff. And he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they can keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. That one a first down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Ready, set.
On the counter, it's Walker. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 87 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he's got some space here. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 11. It's a gain of 34.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Boogie Basham earning himself a tackle for a loss as he stops him behind the line.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. Touchdown! Hayden Hurst from 13 yards out. And the Lions continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculated because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards. Makes it 3rd and 7 now. 43. Again, it's Henry. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Buying time to his left. Pass incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Allie Cox. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Mahomes firing complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And right side, Henry's got it. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Touchdown, Dolphins! Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he's got it, taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Detroit. Devin Singletary in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now up to 14. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Shot before the half from Mahomes. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But there's ever a chance to regroup. It's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Well, he's got some breathing room. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On second down, it's Walker. And he's brought down. 142 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Yeah, this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did. But poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
Walker is in for a Lions touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Will go down as a gain of 6, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes now to throw. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. That's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 40 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it with Henry. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Barkley again. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. McLaughlin for the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. 78 yards on the ground for him so far.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning.
They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
That'll go as a pickup of 8. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Takes it to about the 37.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
They go right back to Singletary. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner, pound away, and try and finish off again.
They'll run with Patterson. They find some open field here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one 28 yards on the ground. Now 1st and 10 at the 11. Running the counter, Patterson. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
You got to give it to him again. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Cordell Patterson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. Ritter will throw for it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the fourth. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. Now it's Mahomes again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. There he goes, left side. And he is not quite not going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero, but we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Cordero Patterson, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Lions are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will bump the lead up to 26. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Mahomes now on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And caught by Henry. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So, roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. William Golston able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch, and it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, and I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to Walker on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Again, it's Walker. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Ready up.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And the Lions, yes, the Detroit Lions have won the Super Bowl. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
They can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.